ever playing in a LAN in the North American region. So this is pretty exciting. Obviously, these teams are super competitive. So we're in for, I think, quite the match.
Yeah, I'm strapped in. I think both these teams have a ton of potential. We saw Sloth earlier on the stream, and he was really holding it down. He was making a name for himself in this region. And here we're loading into draft. Oh, we've got 15.5 pixels to look at it. It's looking like we've got an Estelle Julie on the side of overtime with a humble Atlas to hold it down. Dubu, a lot of melee goalies. If you haven't been watching, it is Melee Goalie City with the Aimi Zentaro. Two pretty iconic forward duos pulling up, and their melee fellas holding it down here. I'm looking forward to this game.
Yeah, I mean, those melee goalies are definitely going to be prevalent on Gates of Obscura of all things, right? These corners are tough to deal with, and the size of your strike hitbox is definitely going to be very important here. Now, Joker is going to rotate this up to the top side. A lot of portal play going on here. Obviously, you need to be very attuned to how to play this map and set up a good box. Joker getting in the corner, missing the dash punch. He's clears, going to the opposite side. This is the long side you want to play on, but Hungry Boy finds the first blood of the match. Looks like they're going to have to slow down this play, stall for the Zentaro to get back. But here's an offense that is very well played by Luke to get in that final barrier. And Hungry Boy, these primaries are being quite nice.
Yeah, beautiful coming out of Hungry Boy. And I'm looking at the structure of what we've got in the matches right here. We've got the Joker and Hungry Boy, two NASA players, and Luke, who played NASA. Sorry, I got lost. I started thinking about Season 5. Hey, has been pretty prominent in NASA, has received pretty high praise. We've got Twisty and Kilius, similar caliber players. Kilius playing in NASA a few times. And Sloth, who, again, is here making a name for himself, really proving what he can do. And I think something interesting is that something that we were talking to Sloth earlier about, last night actually, is that in EU, he was talking about how you don't really see as much coordination as you do in NA. Like, the players are just as good, but I think, especially on a map like Gates of Obscura, we could see overtime show up with that coordination. Sloth did fly in here a week early to practice with his team, but we'll have to see how much it's paid off and if that is going to be enough to topple this overtime team here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sloth did spend a lot of time in trials crafting this team, so it's team play he's looking for. I think he's picked totally fine candidates to go and do their best with. Unfortunately, they're still on the back foot. All this pressure from Joker and Hungry Boy. I mean, obviously, these NASA players know how to strike, know how to get the pressure, and Luke, obviously, getting up and aggressive himself. He's covering that top portal. Absolutely well played again. That walk-up is being absolutely critical to their victory so far.
Yeah, really nice. Able to just get active, get on the midfield line, force a kind of 3v2 situation. And Luke just is known to do that. Plays a lot of Aimi, plays a lot of eject button, but even on the Atlas, just not afraid to really get in there. And we're kind of seeing it here. As long as it stays out of these corners, Luke doesn't have any real obligation to stay there. Kind of just, of course, Atlas slow. Gonna need to walk back to the corner when it gets there. Could get scary, but it's just putting on a ton of pressure here, and we're, I think, really seeing it come out. I think Kilius is feeling it right now, a little low, and we could be seeing a 3-0 here for overtime.
Yeah, it's looking like it, especially with the man advantage. Hungry Boy and Joker playing the side they want to play on. Actually rotating to the longer side so that Luke can get the better walk-ups here. Twisty does have flip if they need it, but the pressure is on. He's holding it. He wants to get an offense play, but the strikes are too good from Joker. He's keeping the pressure on no matter what. There's a flip from Luke, of course, getting caught by the wall. Achilles bringing this down to the corner, but Luke is low. This core, it's not on target, but an opportunity from Hungry Boy. It's going to get caught by the log again. Flip did not need to be committed. Another KO. Joker, with the help of Hungry Boy, I think was able to secure that kill. This strike shot, no problem. Here's the primary speed, and Sloth does not calculate in order to flip.
Yeah, big boom. Luke put it in there. Kind of the Gates of Obscura special, scoring from the goal box. And we're seeing, I think, Sloth really hold it down here, but is getting put in a lot of difficult positions. Like right there, just wasn't able to make it in time. Here, though, Luke Level 5, 2 levels above Joker there, we can see, and getting that twin drive is just going to be holding it down so much more. Held both barriers to that last point. It's going to be really tough. Sloth getting some size. Mighty Colossus could kind of explode into something more with more size awakenings. Get a lot of power. That's going to be really nice, and a lot of mobility coming in for the rest of overtime. I think that's going to really help them. I feel like Hungry Boy's just been all over the field. Joker's been exactly where he needs to be with the Stagger Swagger, able to get more speed to continue that presence, and it's going to be oppressive. We're going to have to see SWIS Trail pull up with something a little bit different if they want to get through all this.
Yeah, SWIS Trail not getting nothing in that draft. Sorry for the double negative, but Twisty with the explosive entrance, the double dash trainings were not deniable. So we'll see if he gets advantage with that. He does have to live. That has been a problem in the first set. Now playing on the top side. Here is the ult. Good pressure. Has flip available. Even post nerf, that's going to kill. They have a really good advantage here, but their cooldowns are low, so they have to hold this corner, get their cooldowns back. Joker is going to commit that ult. Will Luke get any more damage pressure on him, though? Kilius stopping the regen. Have to play a little bit of defense. Log missing, unfortunate. But they're getting it back to the top side. Luke now healed up, though, and has that flip available, so their scoring opportunity might have gotten snuffed. Joker getting a little fancy with the core, passing a Hungry Boy, primary. Shut down again by Sloth. Go back and forth. A nice, saucy pass to the top side. Hungry Boy's going to pick that up with that new Super Surge dash bonus distance. That's going to secure the first goal of this set.
Yeah, just beautiful stuff. That's kind of synergy, that kind of teamwork that we're talking about there. But something interesting that I feel like I should have brought it up a little bit sooner. I'm just thinking about it now. We are seeing SWIS Trail pull up with that Aimi Zentaro, more damage-oriented win condition here in these two characters. And so, you know, Estelle and Julie winning the first two, not 2 sets, but winning the first 4 points kind of makes sense. They are strong in the early game, and we're going to have to see a lot of scaling come out from SWIS Trail. They do have both barriers down now, an opportunity to get some points, try and win this set, get some awakenings, but until then, we're just waiting for them to rev it up, wait until the game gets to a point where they can just start killing and get that damage. We saw it a lot that last point, so it can only get more impactful as the game goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've been the damage so far. Most of the KOs has been going to the side of overtime. There, another primary from Hungry Boy. This Estelle is looking on fire. I mean, it's sometimes a tough matchup, and I think SWIS Trail is going to need to make some adjustments here.
Yeah, really. I think this Estelle also just really excels in this melee goalie situation. You've got ways to pressure the goalie from a distance, and a blink to cover out clears. Like, there's so much pressure that you're able to exert, so much mobility. Your area of influence is massive, and it can just shut down the melee goalie who wants to really, you know, stuff those corners, kind of block those direct pushes, and we've been seeing a lot of that. I don't know how many goals Hungry Boy has scored, but, you know, almost said go time, overtime, showing up with 5 goals right now, and a dead Hungry Boy, so gonna be tough here, but, you know, that pressure that Hungry Boy's putting up has been really valuable so far.
Absolutely. I mean, lucky glitch with pop kill, almost punishing Hungry Boy. Now, they have to play this no gold situation just right. I mean, this is going to score, absolutely. I mean, early there's flip there. It's like full coverage. Estelle's ready on the cross. I mean, they are covering all options, and the damage condition has not come online for SWIS Trail.
No, and I don't know the stinger, which is going to be picked first. Yeah, it's looking like there's not really any sort of damage built different. And if we've got some sparks, which I don't think we have, like, it's looking really tough. The Unstoppable, I really like that pick on Twisty, is going to be great low stagger character. Just going to be shoring up that defense there and making sure that stagger's not going to be an issue. But, like, BD on Aimi, we're talking. I think it got buffed 5%, but yeah, that too. Just some tough stuff. Not a lot of damage, and this could end up being a 3-0. We're seeing Sloth walk up a little bit more, which is really exciting. Could be a big difference maker here if they're able to suffocate Overtime's backline. But until then, it's looking incredibly overtime favored here.
Yeah, excellent point there about the walk-ups. I mean, we've seen Sloth play fairly reserved. I mean, he's at LAN, he doesn't want to make mistakes. And honestly, he hasn't so far. Just been a few micro things here and there. There's another one, a strike shot. Very well played from Luke. Honestly, Luke is looking like he just has no nerves. He's not afraid to walk up. And that's exactly, oh, hey, you know, we take those. And if he keeps the confidence, honestly, those goals can happen. And they just need to keep the pressure up if they want to just take this first game.
Yeah, it really looks like this game is about which team is able to get the pressure they need first. And obviously, with this Estelle, we're seeing the kickoffs going really well. But if SWIS Trail is able to get in there, it's looking really nice. Kilius low has that flip to defend, but is, you know, I think that flip can be a big deal if he's able to make something of it. And it looks like he is, but that's going to be life traded. They have the open net, though.
Yeah, Hungry Boy is low. Sloth tries to roll in there. Flip. Very well played. Exactly what you need. Now your Amy's up at 5 seconds. Luke does have flip. They're going to need a way to burn that or shoot too wide. Sloth might be trying to look to get a little active, but a reminder that the bottom portal is a clearable angle. They still need to cover it. They have 2 gates, though, so this is really the time to get up and get aggressive. Say, hey, I have some protection with the gates available. They're all 3 on the back foot. This is a dangerous situation for damage, right? If they start damaging multiple targets here. Joker not interested, just wants to take the gates. There's the dash punch, but he is out of now. Can they get an opportunity here? SWIS Trail does get a pretty good shot attempt. I mean, Zentaro doing what Zentaro does. Excellent roll, able to catch that, but Zentaro now out of cooldowns, mostly. Up to Kilius to get the ball back to Twisty. Good clear, not into the Crystal Thorns. Hey, there's the flip. Joker might have dash punch right now. Your boy's trying to keep it in, but there's the wide clear, the wide shot I'm talking about. If they can do that against Atlas, he's still a slow kicker, but ooh, tennis right down the middle line. Who's striking?
Yeah, wow. Like right between the legs there. Great shot out of Joker. Super impressive. And that's going to be another point on the board. 2 more and overtime is going to be taking it. Got to be tough. Got to be, like, got to feel the nerves if you're SWIS Trail here. This is not how your game 1 wants to go. And really, we're looking at it. Just so much energy. Ooh. But big KO onto Hungry Boy there. Their opportunity.
I'm taking it back. I think that first glitch pop kill that happened in the other set, hey, these are all calculated. Kilius knows something I don't. He's reading his opponents. Good strike war there. I think that's an excellent power play. Now, can they just turn that into a goal? Just saying, sustain a little bit of pressure. There it is. Luke clearing to the top side. Twisty is able to reach that no problem. And those are the interactions you need to keep Atlas without his secondary on twin drive.
Yeah, really well played out of Twisty, able to dive onto Luke. Former teammate, or previous teammate, past teammate, Dragon Slayers 2. Played together. So, yeah, I wonder how that feels. You know, diving in, saying like, you know, we used to be comrades, brothers in arms, etc., whatever you want to say, and then going into score. But here, though, ton of pressure coming onto SWIS Trail, and it looks like Sloth had that flip, but
honestly,
no!
Honestly, in my mind, I was like, I would not flip here. Backwards wall, maybe. I would get a little saucy with it, but hey, he thought that would connect, and I don't blame him, honestly. But this flip for next set, I think is going to be important because they need 1 more goal.
Yeah, right here. They gotta find something. Kilius, no energy, no barriers.
Yeah, the flip now.
Here.
Now back to the top side. Another kill. He does not want to just throw away this game. He's still fighting. It's exactly what you need. Give your teammates some courage that you are not backing down. Sloth, good wait. So at least 1 Atlas primary here. But now this is a dangerous situation. Does strike early. Beat the Estelle primary. Good clear. Unfortunately, had to throw his life on the line to save it. Good evade. Joker might have had a kick there. Good clear again. Twisty might have to be burning this flip, but the clear angles are wonderful. But Hungry Boy and Joker conserving their cooldowns, not throwing anything that won't win, but Kilius is going to convert that into a kill. Another KO. The KO win condition is coming online, but it's not their damage, it's their knockback. Now, can this last barrier be taken? There's a flip. It's going to answer one of the primaries. Excellent angle to the tip. That is exactly what you need to do. Clearing wide of the Crystal Thorns. Wonderful play. The micro is on. SWIS trail. Clear. Excellent done. Oh, no. Not sure if that was supposed to be a 45 clear or if he's trying to bait out the cooldowns, but Joker can reach it.
Yeah, diving in. Tough situation there. We saw SWIS trail able to hold on for a while. We saw Kilius return to his goalie roots for a bit, hold it down. And they almost had it. They were very close to that point, but just not quite able to get it in the end. And overtime, again, really, really strong team. Looking great here. Is going to be taking that on Gates of Obscura. And you know, we're revving up for the stats here. Wait, 3 goals on Hungry Boy. Not bad. And 1 goal on Luke.
Yeah. I mean, he's gotten a lot of assists in there. I mean, look at the walk-ups, too.
Yeah.
So the goal participation very high. It just, the pressure was on there. The KO win condition didn't really come on line for, you know, Zen and Amy. You know, there's a small nerf on the Dooku secondary, but his damage low there. I mean, really, it's just like excellent target focus from Overtime. I need to give Overtime a lot of credit for the way they played that game. Every aspect of Omega Strikers was covered in the way they set up boxes, the way they coordinate for a kill, and you know the right cooldowns to save for the goal opportunities. I mean, they kind of had it all. Estelle and Juliet are just kind of like by the books, just very formulaic way of scoring, and they just played to that and said, let's not make it too complicated.
Yeah, you know, Gates, easy to complicate map, a lot to do. And in any situation, it's just nice to say, we're just going to keep it simple. I know what we got to do. Buckle up. Put the Julie in the bag. Get the Estelle online. Very nice. The Atlas, too. Like, ultimately just very straightforward picks.
Yep.
Getting in there, getting it done. I think on SWIS Trail, they did have, again, Zen Aimi. It's a great forward duo. You can kind of flex between whether you want to lean into damage or coverage, both characters having a lot of presence on the field, a lot of mobility, but it just more of a jack of all trades thing as opposed to, I think very nice core control thing that they had going on with Estelle and Julie. So
very true.
We're going to be loading into an Inky's game. Inky's Aerials Might of Colossus on this one.
Yeah, this is going to look a bit different. Obviously, KOs are definitely possible on this map. Once you take the goal barrier, that side is it's the only map in Omega Strikers where there's this extra wall that you can kill people on. Obviously, there's the water cannon as well. Obviously, traditional picks here is going to be that Estelle is going to be a high priority, a hot commodity. It's going to get banned. The aerials is obviously very threatening on there. If either goalie wants to walk up with the eject and get into action, that's going to get shut down right now. But Rasmus is still open. Estelle is still open. You can't take both. Obviously, if you're blue side, I would expect to see one apiece per team. But as for the goalie situation here, I actually am not sure what the exact meta is going to be because obviously melees aren't going to be as able to defend a wide barrier. You kind of just want to have good coverage, something like Finny, even if throw the Estelle in net, just play a bit more midfield and say, I'm not really looking to like hold my own corner and trade cooldowns with the enemy brawlers and win through a big strike hitbox because we need to be passing. It's an open map. So I am interested to see an era pick. Honestly, it could be in net because of the speed it provides your team. But speaking of speed provided to your team, Overtime is going to go with 2 characters that provide that, 2 iconically midfield era with them now there. It's going to be a fast composition, kind of like funnel your brawler with the core. Have to see how that plays out.
Yeah. I mean, you've heard of Showtime, Overtime. Taking a page out of that book, just pulling up. We got the era, we got the now. Era I wanted to bring up, obviously has been in the past year, ever since the buff, been seeing a lot of play in goalie. I think that's a pretty nice pick, especially with that speed to provide the rest of the team on Inky's. Going to be really nice. We could see coming out from Swiss Trail. Finny Kai, EU loves their Kai goalie, and we saw it earlier.
Well, that's banned.
Playing. He got banned? Well, yeah, I got eyes, but just for show.
I mean, I don't blame you with the situation where that's Asher.
Drakkar?
And
that's Asher.
Yeah.
Drakkar.
I can see the orange. All right, hey, we put it together. We pieced the puzzle together. That's probably I honestly, I'm not even gonna take guesses. I was gonna say, I'm like, hey, maybe it could be a stout goalie. I kind of predict that early, but Drek is gonna be kind of tough to play in the midfield. Zen obviously makes sense here after the Kazan ban. I am interested to see that no Raz was picked here.
Yeah,
because Joker plays that pick, likes that pick. Twisty, as far as I know, likes that pick. And on an open map, you can do a lot of work. I mean, I guess some of your interactions can get a bit cut by the goalies that have been selected. If it's an Era, a Beam is just really solid at shutting you down. So we're going to have to see the range that's being played against that. Or it could be a now goalie. I think now is the only one that could really pick up creation trainings unless Asher wants to dip into that pool and lock in the airship with her ultimate. But I'm excited to see the situation here and how these teams are going to play these compositions. I think I'm actually going to learn a lot from this matchup.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to be a super interesting one. Again, like Inky's very, very strange map, and with melee goalie meta, it's going to be weird. Obviously, not seeing any melee goalies here. That's Sloth locking the Drakkar down. We're in loading into character draft right now. We're getting to see it. I assume that's going to be Joker on the Asher, just looking for that stuffing potential. I mean, if not, then we're seeing a Joker error now, and that's
They funneled the brawler. I'm saying the speed on Asher about to go crazy. Oh my god, I have like flashbacks to a Nassau game where like Mag was just a pick and like Joker's going 1,000 miles per hour on Asher. If they can set that up again, then this might be a match over for Swiss Trail.
Yeah, I mean, again, team with Joker on it, the shades of Showtime, etc. This is exactly how they want to play. We saw Hungry Boy in Nassau last season. Really played to a damage win condition, so very interesting that this team has adopted this sort of situation. But, it pulled up on the Estelle last game. Going to see how the now goes, but with how they're playing it so far, barrier down, but, Inky's barrier, what are you going to do? Going to have to see if we can get some stuff going. Joker just getting that KO. Holy moly.
Are these the Asher buffs? Is this the secondary timing came out too fast? Go ahead and take advantage of the power play, though. Committing to an angle. Sloth did not pick that option. Luke actually slightly in danger. I actually really agree with that ult now to come back and help defend. Here's flip play. Now the water's going to come online for Luke. He's going to press that button. Ponto, get that beam in there. Joker getting a bit fancy with possession. They're able to hold a nice box. There. Not going to lose it yet. Luke is able to get a bit active, but now some cooldowns might be available for Kilius Twisty. If they're able to hold, they can take an offensive opportunity now that they're still alive. Kilius going to get in there. There's the jump. Twisty, a shot attempt. And there it is with the passive plus the secondary there. It's going to be too many strikes for Era to handle.
Yeah, dashing in there, claiming the first point, and I think that is going to be the story of this game for a little bit. This Asher really slow to start, kind of similar to X, and now we've got Estelle Zentaro into Era, and on paper that looks pretty comfy. It's going to be pretty nice to just try and break through. We saw the barrier go down pretty early last time, and Luke obviously playing really well here, getting that flip, getting it out, but I think Swiss Trail has a lot of offensive opportunity, and we're going to have to wait for the offense to pull up coming out of overtime.
Yeah, this offensive is very crazy. Oh, the strike was, I think, a hair early. Actually goes down there. Joker not going to be able to defend that. Twisty not going to have to commit the flip either. I mean, this is a scary team to play in. I mean, you address the Era situation properly. Estelle and Zen is going to be a tough order to defend against.
Yeah, I'm also took a look at the gears, and we're seeing double slick kicks coming out from overtime. No Mag Souls in sight, which means Hungry Boy getting that speed on the ball, and now his character wants to be on the ball, speed character, etc. But gonna have to play into the Kilius Mag Souls, and honestly, like right now, it doesn't seem to be working out.
No, I mean, this team has the speed options. Now has to do a lot of peeling. It's going to be expensive for the cooldown economy to play this matchup, and their box is also not that threatening. It's like they need to play it to like get as much done as Estelle Zentaro with the threats they have on their offense, but more speed being picked up for SWIS Trail to see what else they get in order to turn this around. They're going to need a change of game plan as well.
Yeah, certainly. I do like that Super Surge pickup out of Hungry Boy here. More speed for himself, can share the speed with Joker, and again, like Asher with speed is just a nightmare. There's nothing you can do. That's the big weakness of the character, and right now, Joker just space gliding on him, able to get it through right there, and that's really just I think that's their game plan. They're playing, unlike last game, a really high execution comp with the Era and the Now, but Joker here pulling up, and all he has to do is shove it through a corner. Doesn't matter which, get it in, and he's able to, but right now, again, just all of the pressure, all the coverage that SWIS Trail has, it's proven to be a little bit too much.
Yeah, almost a really good play where Joker cleared into the water, and then Now almost got in strike range of the core, and they would have had that goal there. So, I mean, hey, they are not out of this match. We're seeing Joker obviously playing the wall, and that is a great situation that I should have addressed. And part of their win condition here is, hey, this team might get cut on the passes with a Zentaro and a Estelle. They can play the wall quite well with Joker obviously on Asher. They just need to sustain these defenses. We're getting it up. Joker, unfortunately, not getting the goal. I think he's out of cooldowns now. Luke able to catch that clear. Sloth kind of clear through Joker. Joker could be dying here. Can the pressure from Hungry Boy get through? What happened?
We got the instant replay. Now Mine just popped it right in, able to get through, and couldn't tell you how, but hey, Hungry Boy able to get it done there. Has no evade on this kickoff. Could be interesting. Hasn't panned out to anything so far. Joker taking the brunt of the damage. Also doesn't have an evade. Now again, passing the eyes check. Good on me, but barrier down, and it's just looking really, really rough. Showtime. My bad. Overtime. Able to get that point right there, but this point is going to be a little bit more difficult so far.
Excellent Molten Bolt in order to save the Asher from touching it. Great clears from SWIS Trail. The defense solid, but Sloth is walking up. They're full committing to take this goal. Good passing. Joker is able to help with the clears to get it back onto their offense side. Joker is to 2 cooldowns from Estelle, but that is 2 cooldowns from Estelle. Now, can they turn that into some sort of advantage? They still have to fight through the bottom side. This isn't exactly the wall they want to fight on and trade cooldowns, unless Joker can really get on top and then close the goal. There it is. The Estelle beam is down. Twisty, but Hungry Boy, unfortunately losing to the Crystal Thorns. Are the nerves? Are they?
Are they? Yeah, I don't know. We saw Sloth walk up right there against the wall, able to feed it to Twisty. Kilius catching that cross clear there. Very well done. And again, we talked about last game. Sloth's been playing pretty far back. We're seeing him walk up more here though, and dangerous with the Asher in the game, but they're getting a lot of damage onto Joker. They're getting these barriers. It really feels like SWIS Trail is getting everything they need and stuffing out everything Overtime could ever want.
These barriers are not safe. Whoa! Big jump from Kilius. Good boy, ready to react to that, though. It's another offense opportunity. Turn back to the defense side passing play between Twisty and Kilius. Back for Joker. Gonna burn his... Oh! Hey!
Wow!
Ult to the top side. Sloth, unfortunately, not able to get that strike shot. Hey! This could be their chance.
Yeah, bringing us to a 0.5 here, and really we're seeing them all of Overtime crowding down at that bottom. Joker getting a flip off the kickoff. Kilius also having a flip. And really, ball is on Overtime side right now. Barrier's still up, but if they can get it out, they might be able to tie up this game, secure this set, and get some good awakenings in this next draft.
Defense we need. Unfortunately, has been losing a lot of barriers to some wide-angle shots. Cannot beat that. Has to strike something. It's okay. Barrier is just a crutch for bad players. And there's no bad players here. They're going to get their opportunity here. Joker's going to flip that just to keep an opportunity present on the shot. Almost excellent water here, but it's going to be a tough box to hold. We're trying to get this ball to Hungry Boy, but Twisty is cutting it in there. Estelle doing what she does best, overtime, looking to absolutely just choke the life out of the defense with this pressure.
Yeah, boom. And we saw they were getting a little bit of the ball moving there, but just not quite able to send it home. And again, it's just they really, we've been seeing Joker play on the top side of the map all game. They just want to funnel it through that corner, but with all the coverage that SWIS Trail has, they've been able to keep it bottom side, able to keep it in the middle and just away. And here, you know, Kilius rewarded with a big quick strikes, which probably going to come into play, be really tough to work around. Hotshot on Hungry Boy is going to be nice, and I didn't see the rest of the draft, so hey.
All good. You know, I think I've been saying the wrong T names the whole time, so you win some, you lose some. SWIS Trail here on the back foot. A lot of characters to clear through. It's going to be Beam. Excellent Shrink. Clear the top side. Sloth looking to get a little bit active here. It's going to clear to the bottom. But again, the situations, the checkmate scenarios against this Eric goalie is so oppressive. It's like, I don't know, do we need to like hold like NATO for like more defense plays? It's a tough situation.
Right, we've been seeing a lot of good moments out of Luke, a lot of good defense, but you know, he's pushing up a lot and then gets caught off guard, it gets passed, and then the barrier goes down. But like, you're Eric goalie. What are you gonna do? Stand back there and do nothing? Like, it's tough. It's not like you've got Beam and NATO to start trying to win those close-up interactions. But if you're not pushing up, you're not getting a ton of value out of the pick, and then what? So Luke kind of in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Has to figure something out to, you know, get the ball rolling, especially because the Eric goalie is able to enable the offense of this team really well.
Looks like NATO being very successful on offense, taking that barrier. They have the cannon. Another offensive opportunity is going to burn the flip from Sloth. Joker getting a bit active in the damage department, is trying to kill either Kilius and turns it into kind of like a win-win situation there if he didn't even get the goal, but he will win that shot.
Yep, boom. Once again, tie game this set. 1-1 on the board. Joker with no energy could be taking a lot of damage here. We've been seeing it, but just trying to funnel it through that corner. Been playing this bottom side now, you know, shaking it up, moving into the top side like a shark. Just this slow Asher is just looking for any opportunity to get exactly what he wants, and there it is. You know, just
that's able to take the barrier wide. It's exactly what you want to see out of your brawler, making the most out of every offense. Twisty finds a very cheeky barrier, and Joker is going to sneak that one by Sloth, who thinks his shotgun's going to connect, and it doesn't. Whoa.
Yeah, very, very slim margin there. Unable to catch it, and that means that here we're rocking overtime, taking the lead this set, which I don't think has happened yet. You know, this is their chance. It's do or die time. They've got to start winning these points, winning these sets if they want to keep this game intact. And so far at this point, looking a little tough, but hey, I'm seeing Joker with the flip and a barrier down. This could be it.
On the top side button is a demon angle from Kilius, catches Luke far forward. I don't even disagree with the positioning. Had a Beam been available, or you know, when your opponent obviously has flip, you see like the situation happening, you need coverage of it, but the offense opportunity was looking quite tasty.
Yeah, certainly. And now here, 0.5 is looking a little bit like 0.4, but Sloth getting taken down. Hey, might be a worthy trade, but Hungry
Boy's too thirsty. He goes for a drink of water. Unfortunately, he's going to take 14 seconds in order to recover himself. Oh, there it is, the NATO. Back to the power play. Here it is. This could be Joker closing out a first round win for this set. What a point.
Yeah, crazy point. A little bit of a bloodbath, but that's going to be Hungry Boy taking that MVP. First set win for overtime here. We've got a lot going. We've got Heavy Impact, Cast Last, Primetime, all big picks for now, but going to be taking the Heavy Impact. Nice to deny from the Estelle and the Zentaro here. Estelle picking up Primetime, the Cast Last on Era, a classic, and Size Deny coming out. Joker taking the missile prop, denies back and forth, left and right. Sloth left with that spark, and hey, not a bad draft for overtime. Got a lot of what they wanted there. Maybe not the missile prop. Could come into play. Could make some big plays here, but until then, just more CDs for Hungry Boy, I think, really enables this team to get going, and so we'll have to see if they can pull off another set win.
It's defense on the top side. I think this is really successful for overtime. Luke again in a very difficult situation. Oh, good jump. Take a strike reset. Wonderful there. Here's the water back online. A strike war on Sloth. Again, shotgun to train.
Yeah, really, I didn't think that was... I thought that was going to connect, but just going through and... Hey, we're seeing the life in overtime come back. They had a rough first few sets, but here just, again, they're able to get this topside offense now, and it's looking really good. It's exactly, Asher is just able to get through, you know, the character to do it. So if they're able to keep that going, keep this barrier up, and just kind of keep the ball up, you know, that's exactly how Arrow wants to play. Just never have to worry about the defense, constantly push up. They can get it done, but right now, in a bit of a defensive situation, might be able to hold it with this flip, and they get it out.
I agree on that flip. I mean, the situation's pretty tough to have to defend, so honestly, keeping your barrier up, hey, you'll turn this into an offense play, and you'll trade some cooldowns, and then you'll be ready for the next defense. So I think that's a very solid play, not trying to greed, hold your flip there. And of course, it is going to pay off. Boy getting a bit low there. Might actually rotate with Luke. This is the to do it. He has flip available, but it's just a pass to Joker. It's gonna seal that goal.
Yep, well done. And again, here this team, the Asher, took a bit to get going, but now full steam ahead in full force, full motion, and it's starting to crush the competition. You know, again, the barrier is staying up for overtime, which is really, we saw a lot of early barriers SWIS Trail was able to get, and now with fewer of those, I think that overtime just wins the war of attrition, is able to outlast these points here.
Yeah, I mean, they've been making great adjustments. They've found the top side is one of the best sides to win interactions on, and in turn, this specific interaction into a are you paying attention check on Sloth, and now we're going to a set 5.
Yeah, really well done, and there I see it. Stagger Swagger, Huss's hat on deck. Is he going to be picking it? I wouldn't be surprised.
It's the Huss hat, but he pieces it up.
How could he pass the hat? Come on,
very
man.
Interesting. Whoa, chills. A Zentaro monumental and timeless is present. I mean, in some ways it makes sense, but you know, my policy is kind of like, if you just lost a set, you know, you do, the draft is very important to kind of pick like an alternative win condition for you to like change things up, and you are denying a pretty strong awakening away from now, but is that going to pay off? Did your team get enough strong awakenings to turn around the next set, or do you have a strong enough game plan that you can like lock in and take the set?
Yeah, I think that's a tough situation. If Timeless wasn't there, it'd be a lot easier to justify denying the now. It is Monu now, you know. I mean, look at that big old triangle on the field and things like that. But Timeless is just, it's pretty similar. It's similar enough, and really just is going to be a lot of value. Either of them are just going to be a ton of value. So hard to shut that down. But they're definitely the most interesting pick of the draft. But there it is, a barrier down, and you know, flip expended, flip on Luke online. A lot of flips, actually. Both barriers down. And here, both teams have an opportunity. SWIS Trail really wants to find their chance to start bringing it back, not let this game slip out of their hands here.
Another flip had to be used by Luke. Unfortunately, clears down into where Zentaro has dashed. I don't know if he actually had the top option. I mean, Twisty would have had the passive available, so it does burn the flip. But again, these are the tough situations you get yourself into. I think they lost that first barrier too because Luke just a tad bit far up, lost to the Estelle primary. But I mean, hey, this is the aggression you kind of need. So they're gonna keep playing that. They're playing not to lose, and that I love to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And here, really funny, just energy deficit here on everyone except Sloth. A ton of flips being expended. Another one there, and just right here, it's looking like overtime, getting that energy, economy going, getting ahead, and they were able to play that topside for a little bit, but unable to break through. And here, they have the chance, have the barrier. Now they might be able to tie up this game, especially with that KO here.
Yeah, just don't panic. Put the core in the mother effing net. And your passing play. It's not going to get a goal yet. The clears from Estelle are going to be very effective. It's the flip that's available from Hungry Boy. He had like both side coverage with his ult. It's going to get shut down by the Crystal Thorns. But now Joker has flip. Another great opportunity. I don't think Sloth can defend it. My bad, Sloth. Not familiar with your game. Excellent defense now. He's going to clear wide. Oh, Hungry Boy shooting low. It's covered. Back and forth play for a moment, but it's going to be Joker with the smooth moves. He's going to take that goal back from Sloth's excellent defense.
Yeah, certainly. Just the defense coming out of SWIS Trail there was absolutely phenomenal, but we're seeing overtime just able to get it, able to tie this game up. Something I noticed is that really with the way Joker plays, and especially this game, he looks to try and force these cross clears out of the enemy team and then have Hungry Boy pick up the goal. But Hungry Boy on now, it makes it a lot harder, and that's going to be a KO on Joker. All of a sudden, things are looking spectacular for SWIS Trail.
A most savable barrier situation, but that was a lot of cooldowns, so I don't know if this power play is going to amount to much. Hungry Boy does have the flip, but Sloth is able to clear wide. Passing play, a little bit of miscommunication there, but they're going to clear it out. Honestly, not a threatening situation unless here's the kill from Joker. Now the power play. Hey, you're going to have to flip that, so be it, to keep the power play alive. Also not get scored on. That's an important part. Sloth going to slowly clear this to the bottom side. Actually, I love this offense. Slowing Joker, getting the play to Twisty. That was a great opportunity. Unfortunately, it did not pay off. Kilius, creative clear angle. Seeing Joker in the corner, getting the core wide. There it is, very top, out of Twisty's hitbox. This is a tough box top side, but hey, box open on the bottom. Going for a read play, does not pay off. Oh, what is that? High Q, freaking negative tempo ass play. My God.
Yeah, their breathing was in sync there. What I'm watching right now, this is John Odyssey's Omega Strikers. We're deep into set 5. We're seeing some just crazy plays come out left and right. Just gorgeous stuff coming here. We've got overtime with the power play, but just unable to crack Sloth. He has just been this indomitable wall this whole game. Sorry, able to get through right there, but again, Asher moment, scary situation, but here, this is overtime's chance to bring us to a set 5.5.
Both teams look a tad nervous. These interactions going just wide on their micro. Can the clears work out here? Can they bring it to a 0.5 goal 5 situation? Or set 5.5. You know what I'm saying? Joker bringing this core to the bottom. Oh, they're fully committing to this clear on the bottom side. Kilius, you've left your post, but it's okay. Every midfield gets one. He just wanted the exciting situation, of course, of the set 5, goal 5.
Yeah, bring us to that cinematic final point here. Hungry Boy getting big time chunked here. Wonder if that's going to pan out. Doesn't seem like it. Sorry. Now in the building, but that's one barrier down. This could be a Joker getting in there, and the stun! Big dash onto Sloth. Stopping everything.
It is overtime, taking that series 2-0, but SWIS almost found new life in that last set. What a series. I mean, that was winner's quarters? Hello? Like, this is going to be crazy. This is day one, gang.
This is day one. Yeah, holy moly. Taking a look at
Holy
the stats screen, we've got Hungry Boy doing a whole lot of redirecting there. Really just, hey, I showed up. I said, this guy was on Estelle last game, looked great, has been just playing that damage all this past season. I wonder if he can do it. He can do it on the now. He did it up on the now. Again, just Overtime's whole comp took a little bit to get going, a little slow. But once they did, they were the scaling comp, and they looked spectacular. We saw SWIS Trail just almost bring it back. They had such a strong early game, and we're holding on, keeping it competitive the whole time. But in the end, just set 5.5, got hit by the Asher, and sometimes it goes that way. That's got to be pretty tough, but it happens.
It's going to be tough. I mean, absolutely well played here from Overtime. Joker putting on a performance I didn't know was possible on Asher on such an open map as well, getting the full pocket kitten comp from an era and a now on your team. They've got the heals, they've got the speed. Cast to Last did end up on era, and even though the speed kind of like does this thing where it like peaks and it falls off, it just like lingers for so much longer. I mean, they played that completely like just a great turnaround. A completely well-played game is what I'm trying to say, but I don't know what's coming next. It's going to be more Omega Strikers, obviously. It's not the last series of the day. We're going to get, I think, up into top 8. We're going to stop right before top 8, that is. There's some losers matches that definitely have ran far behind, so we're going to see something coming up next. But I'm sure we're going to a short break. I've been Hamster Quest, joined by Z Yoshi 64. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.